All right, so I'm out here in front of the old paintball building, and we've got the old paintball shop here right behind me, and then further back here we've got what we call the new shop. And I wanted to just kind of give you a quick showing of all of the different props and everything that it takes for us to set out every year to get ready for the haunted season. So I'm going to take you inside and let's go do a tour. Okay, inside the paintball shop now, and this is where we keep, our more sensitive stuff to the weather. We've got, some electronics where we keep all of our speakers and audio, and some lighting and costume type stuff, and paintballs, things that we need to keep in the air conditioning and the heat. You can kind of see some of it behind me there. I will kind of go through and just kind of show you some of the stuff that we have in here, and a lot of this stuff has to be put out and taken up every single haunt season to get set up. And once we go through this building, I'll take you back to the big shop back behind you and kind of show you what's inside there. All right, so let's start over here. We've got a bunch of paintballs that we've used some at spring. During our spring season, we've got about a skid or so left over. But we've got some events coming up here in the next couple of months that we'll be using those at the paintball zombie target shoot. We've got a bunch of speakers, a lot of different speakers, different electronics, fog machines, all type of fog juice, and blank shotgun shells for the hillbilly scene. And here's a whole bunch of decorations, things that we just want to keep the sun off of during the off season, banners and signs, more decorations. Need to clean up out here a little bit, but you can kind of get an idea. Lots of different masks. Some of these, actors may use, but we also, use some of this stuff to put on props and make like these, little dummies to hide in the trees and the woods to kind of give a false sense of whether or not it's a real person. If you put it in the shadows, it's kind of hard to tell whether it's a real person or not when they're walking through the woods. And so we've got lighting, extra lighting and cords and air hoses and parts kits and air fittings. A lot of little light fixtures and tools and paintball equipment, rope lights for the haunted hayride trail, strobe lights of all kinds, all different types of lighting. We've got this back storage room back here. We've got more props. Here's all the corn maze signs that we're going to be putting out here pretty soon, and the punches for the maze game. And we've got Christmas electronic boxes with all the different computers in them that run the lights and help the Christmas lights dance with the music. And we've got more props over here, chainsaws for the haunted areas, storage for, here's some leftover Easter eggs. We've got some light up toys that will go in the firefly and lightning bug stands, and more props, different scenes, water jugs for spraying water and different things, costumes, props. So this is just one building, and this is kind of the stuff that's a little more temperature controlled. We've got AC and heat in this building, keep it moderate in here throughout the year. And now I'm going to take you back and show you the bigger building. So I want to show you this real quick. This is a throwback to back when this is an actual paintball park. And this is the Corsa Register area. And just to kind of fill you in on what this used to be, it used to be a paintball park. We had it open from, the late 90s to the about 2018 is when we closed. And so you can see, this is one of the, kind of throws you a timestamp back, 2016 fall season. Out here, it's kind of like going back in time. Got the air refill stations and stuff still out here. Registration from the old paintball park. That was a fun time. Something that we did for a long period of time and enjoyed. I've been asked a lot if I miss the paintball park, and yeah, I do. We had a lot of good experiences, a lot of good times playing paintball over the years, and it just got to the point where, unfortunately, it seems like a lot of kids just started playing video games instead of wanting to come play paintball, and the industry's kind of dropped off around the country for the most part. There's still some holdouts and some fields that I'm glad survived and are still hanging in there. but a lot of them, like us, just decided, just got to the point where it was just more trouble to keep it up than we were even bringing in customers. So we ended up having to make the ultimate decision to close it down, and we turned a lot of the fields into other uses, like our old X-ball fields. We are now using up for the garden and the pumpkins and flowers. And back where we had the hyperball field back here, we've built this new shop with the storage for haunted props. And so we've repurposed that space for a needed growth in the farm business that just went a different direction than sometimes you ever anticipated. So let's go check out that new storage building out back. All right, so this is the newer shop, we call it. It's back behind the paintball building, and we just sort of keep, some junk and stuff piled up back here, things that we just need. Like those are Christmas tree stakes that we use to stake the Christmas trees. We've got different types of shelving and extra crates and buckets, and there's panels here that we use for crowd control. Got some, admissions paneling and extra picnic tables. We use these for the mom displays in the fall, and more panels over there for crowd control. But this shop right here has come into great use and has been extremely handy. It's got 5 bays, as you can see. Pretty good sized shop, so let's go inside and check it out. All right, so here's the new shop, we call it. And inside the new shop, we've got, of course, some electrical and Christmas light stuff and little parts here as well. Parts bins over here for different connectors and things. And then, yeah, you can see all the storage. All this stuff has to come out. Most of it comes out during the fall. This is some of the admissions type stuff here. We've got, heaters for the fall, pumpkin displays, a lot of signs. Here's the corn maze signs, hay bale art type stuff. We've got, the umbrellas, the pumpkin bins, chairs for admissions staff, scales, and Christmas saws here. Of course, that should be over in the Christmas section, but we'll get that sorted out. Here's more hay art type stuff for the skeleton hay bale that we put out each fall. A lot of different fall flower bed decorations. But then now let's look at the cool stuff. We've got the haunted animatronics that have to be kept out of the weather during the off season. These are really, made more for indoor haunts, but we have set them up in a way where we can use them for outdoor haunts, and it makes it doable by having this storage building that we can put them in the off season, because they just wouldn't hold up and last very long if we kept them outdoors all year. But we've got them set up on these pallets. We can move them in and out with forklifts and set them in the appropriate locations. And then we keep them covered with these huge pallet bags. They're like giant trash bags, and bungee down during the month or so we have them set up during the fall, keep the rain off of them as much as possible. And we have come up with a way to waterproof the electronics, so that we can have those set up and not worry about a rainstorm in the fall messing up the electronics on them. But we've got a lot of props out here. Got our pea sheller. This we've rigged up, leaf catch to help clean up busted Easter eggs out of the field. Santa sleigh, decoration for spring. And then we got Christmas lights back here in the back. A lot of Christmas lights. We need to do a little bit of organizing out here, a little bit of cleanup, but it's not too bad. It's pretty decent shape. You can see all the different decor. But anyway, yeah, so that's the new shop. That's what it takes to set up and break down for falls. All this stuff has to come in and out. All right, one more thing. I just wanted to kind of go over and show you the firewood. We've got a lot of firewood that we have to split every fall to get ready. And you can see here that we're starting to fill it up. We're almost halfway done filling up the amount of wood that we need for this fall. We'll probably go through somewhere around 30-ish cords of wood this fall. So that's what we're planning on anyway. We went through close to that last year. We had a couple big rainouts, so we came a little short of that. But if we don't have a big rained out weekend, we're gonna need at least 30 cords of wood to go to take care of all the 72 fire pits on the Friday and Saturday and Sunday nights. We don't sell them out every Sunday night or Friday night, but we do most every Saturday and some of the Fridays. Okay, so we do still have some paintball here at the farm. And those that are wondering, since we closed the paintball park, why do we still have paintballs in the paintball shop out back? Well, we still have the target chute that we use for our seasonal events and private corporate events. And it's located right back behind the playground. There's the playground area, the silo stage right behind us there. And then here is the new pumpkin house. And so it's right down in the fire pit, edge of the fire pit field on the tree line here. And I'm gonna go inside now and I'm gonna show you what this is all about. All right, first I need to cut the power on so we can have lights. Well, power's already on in there. Okay. So we will come in here and one of the doors already opened on me. Must have been stuck, the button. Yep. Okay, so we're inside and I've got the lights cut on, and it's a mess in here obviously because it's off season. We're not gonna be using it again until probably sometime in August with that big corporate event coming up, the big 2,500 person corporate event. We'll have to come in here and clean it up. Water will kind of flood down this hill. So it'll kind of get, you can see it kind of silted in here. We'll have to shovel all this out, sweep it out really good, and get it set up. But you can see that we've got paintball guns are mounted on swivels here, and it's a really good system. We're able to run all this off of a standard shop compressor, and don't have to have big diesel compressors anymore, or have to rent in, you know, tons of air tanks. We're just able to run it off of just standard, you know, shop compressor, 150 PSI shop compressor with these new type low pressure guns. So it's good that I still have that knowledge from paintball. We're able to kind of figure out the best ways to do things. And of course, this is just the target range out here. I've got a lot of different props. Kind of made it set up like a zombie apocalypse, like they're busting through the wall back there and coming at you. So in the fall, we will have all this lit up at night too. And it's really cool at night with all the black lights. We'll put a fresh coat of fluorescent paint on everything and make it really kind of pop at night. And the paintballs themselves are glow in the dark paintballs. So that will be, that's the most popular time, you know, to do it is at night. You can shoot. But it's fun during the day. All ages can do this. We've got you got the step ups here for the little kids. They can get up and shoot too, even 5, 6 years old. And the guns are mounted to where you can't turn it and shoot the person beside you. So it makes it safe for anybody. It's like an arcade basically at this point. So that it's safe for all ages to enjoy shooting the paintballs at the targets. And you know, this is that kind of an air closet right here. This has got some old compressor tanks that are just now capacity tanks. So the main compressor is actually down the way at the haunted barn, and it feeds a line to these, and these just hold capacity here at the building so that when we're running all these guns at the same time, back to back continuously, we don't lose pressure. But they don't actually have a motor on them and operate. And then in here is kind of the paint fill room. This is where we refill the paint when we get really busy. It's a really big mess in here right now, but you can kind of see here too some of the black lights in this darker part. This is where people kind of enter the room, enter the building when we have a line going out. It goes all the way through the woods. I can kind of show you that real quick. Spider webs everywhere. We'll open this up, hope there's not any wasps. So this is the entrance. We're right out that way behind. This is our fast pass entrance here where people can come in and skip line with their VIP wristbands. And then the line itself kind of goes back through these woods. We got to spray and clean out all this and pick up the limbs before we open this fall. But you can see this line. It goes all the way back through the woods to give us a place to queue people up in line when we're busy on a busy night, just to keep everybody organized and keep people from skipping line. Makes things run a lot smoother. We've got that room running really quickly now. It's got a very fast turnover rate. But it circles all the way back. It's right up behind the firefly stand. Not the firefly, but the pumpkin house. And fire pits will be all out in this field here at night during the fall. And then it comes all the way back to this area here where we started. And so that's a little bit of a rundown on the paintball target shoot. And definitely come check it out this fall and buy your tickets now.